I believe in aliens, but the only question I have is, do they also have the Bible and the Quran and this thing in their own place as well?
I like to believe what I see. Allegedly, unallegedly, aliens don't exist.
I have my belief that something's happened that we can't explain.
Can be a trash him, like that's what you think. Be Drake is him, but
Uh,
right now he is trash. You know, you can be him.
it's back to being number one most selling artist in the USA. Last time I checked, is Leapfrog Kendrick Blowjob or whatever
Because
it's called.
Kendrick one is old now. The bunny when they should release song on as Kendrick on the same day.
Chief, I'm not even a Drake fan like that, but that was special in the Kendrick say.
I
What?
don't know. I
Why?
Dave. I've not. I don't hear any of the diss tracks. Yeah, I'm not going to lie to you. I've not heard it, and I will not hear it.
I've never heard any of his songs. I don't know his song.
Ade,
Yeah.
put that horn on your head.
Why?
How would you hear Kendrick song? Where
I'm
have
not
you
hearing
been?
what about.
Did you watch the Grammy? You did not see any
No,
of
I
the Grammy
didn't.
highlights. No, not
No,
watch. Like, you know how you are scrolling on your timeline, then they
I saw
put it on your for this
pictures.
page. No, no, for you. No, nothing on you. Are you on TikTok?
No,
Okay. What on Instagram?
no.
Ah, so you can't hear the song if you don't go out of your way to look for it now.
That is my yardstick. If something exists and me, with my limited social media exposure, has not heard of it, then that thing doesn't exist. If
You
yeah,
see?
if it's not big enough, I wasn't on social media and I heard of
Your
Drake. I
laptop
saw
is shaking a
Whiskey and
lot. I
Drake.
don't know why it's shaking.
Oh, I'm kicking it. So anyway, enough of this.
Yes.
Drake is
Because I'm
him.
getting angry already.
Well, I just
All right.
know.
Drake is the greatest.
I just know if I'm to listen to one of the hymns. Who are the hymns in Nigeria? Davido, Burna Boy, Whiskey, and who?
Rema.
That's that.
Oh, I don't let me do there. Um,
No, you can't have the Olamide before Asake now. Are you a clown?
Please, Ashake that is going to be watched in the next two albums. It's
Jeez.
already dropping. It's already dropping. Yeah,
Hmm.
we've seen the likes of Adem Ashake many times. You know, two albums, and then they start believing their own source. But yes, so but let's just use those four, right? Wizkid, Davido, Burna Boy, Rema. To me,
I'm
which
possible.
person I'll rather. Well, that guy is wanted now.
What was he done?
You see, that's why you should be on the at least social media. You should see the
Wait, wait,
headlines.
wait, wait, wait. Who is wanted? I didn't hear who he said.
Portable.
Uh-huh.
Portable is my guy.
Possible we go beat police officers.
Okay. So I can see why I did it.
I think you are the problem. Yes, I think you are the problem. You don't even know what to give you, but you know why you did it.
Yeah. If they say he raped someone or something, okay, that's dubious. That's unacceptable. But he beat a police officer. Okay.
He packed people to come and beat them. But he didn't do it himself. He paid
Excellent.
people.
Mm.
That person probably deserved it.
Yes, hey everyone, welcome back to Scatteryan Podcast, another session of Scatteryan Podcast where we discuss how society affects people behavior. I'm your guy and host, Dr. Toves. Hope you're having a beautiful and fantastic day. And as usual, I have my guy Nelson, the Pizzle in the building. How you feeling today, Pizzle?
You know what time it is? It's time to scare. I am a guy.
Right, that's the energy we want for this. That's the energy we want for this episode. I we need to start with a laughter, all right? And we also got my guy Ade, that loves to party. How are you feeling today, Ade?
Correction, I do not love to party, but I'm feeling very, very, very okay today. As Nelson is bringing the energy, I'll be bringing the zen. I've got my
Mm,
frosty vibe
yin
here.
yang. We
So
have the
let's do
yin
it.
and yang. All right, all
Indeed.
right. Well, hope you're having a fantastic day. Please press the like button, subscribe if you're new or yet to do so, and please check out our other contents on YouTube. And if you're listening on audio platforms like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Boomplay, please follow the podcast as well. Let us grow this community. Thank you very much. Today, I've got one question for my panel, my guys, and for you as well. Do you believe in aliens? Not just, oh, the universe is big, so maybe, but actually real life. Like they came, they saw, they abducted type of aliens. Like, because today's story is about two men from Mississippi who claimed that's exactly what happened to them. But before I go there, Ade, do you believe
Hmm.
in aliens?
Do I believe in
That they
aliens?
exist?
I could believe in
Or you're going
aliens.
to do all
I've
those, the
seen
universe is big enough type of thing, then
it is, but I've also seen some things that these days when I'm coming back from work at night,
mhm.
someone has to keep dragging me off the road because my neck is constantly like this, looking up. Because I did see some lights in the sky. I can't explain these things. They were just streaking. It was like seeing a star moving.
Mhm.
It's brave of me ish in a way to start like this. It makes me seem like a nut. But unless someone can explain what I saw, I don't know what I saw because it was just a light streaking like that. It looked like a star streaking. So it wasn't a plane, it would have been blinking.
Mhm.
I don't think satellites don't move that fast.
Mhm.
So I don't know what that was.
Shooting star, no shooting
It
star.
was not a shooting star. I've seen a shooting star. Shooting star will go and
Ade,
disappear and it's going
Ade,
downward. This was traveling across.
Hmm.
No, no, no.
Ade, you saw a drone.
I was going to ask that my next point.
It wasn't
Ade,
a drone. It was too
huh?
far to be a drone. Who is
Ade,
doing? No, no,
Ade,
no.
Ade, in China right now, they have 1.8 million registered drones. So if you are looking at the drone capacity of what your everyday cameramen use to capture views from the sky, that's not what we're talking. We're talking about drones. You get me?
Chief, no, this is not it. Next time, I want to be with a drone expert or a newborn Stephen Hawking so they can explain what I'm seeing.
Right, fair enough. Well,
Right.
I believe in aliens. I believe in aliens. But the only question I have is, do they also have the Bible and the Quran and this thing in their own place as well? Do we have all have the same origins of God in the different planets? That's the question I'll have to ask them if I ever meet them. And hopefully they're not the ones that probe, through the rear end. Anyways, like I said, we're going to be talking about two men from Mississippi who claim that they were abducted, and we're not going to stop there. We are also going to talk about a man that claims that he was offered $2 billion to stop talking about aliens, and he refused to take it. If you're the man, would you take it? I mean,
Hmm.
I will buy an island and disappear. But apparently, this guy Steven Greer says, why stop talking about aliens? Because he believes that he's one of the people that have the most knowledge about aliens. But let's talk about the two men first. Now, picture this: you're out fishing, minding your business, maybe hoping to for a catfish dinner, for a sardine dinner. Then, when suddenly a glowing blue flashing craft appears in the sky,
Hmm.
what do you do? Do you run? Do you hide? Or do you get snatched up by creatures with leathery skin, and crab like claws? Because these guys, Charles Hickins and Calvin Parker, said that was their own reality in October 11, 1973, in a town called Pascagoula in Mississippi.
Hmm.
Okay.
Charles,
Right. They
Charles
said,
and Parker.
yes, Charles and Calvin, that would be their first names, right? They claim that they were fishing and those aliens looked like crab with leather skins that came out. They were levitated into the aircraft, examined by a floating eye-like object, and returned to the riverbank. Charles Hickson needed a drink before he could even talk about it. Parker was so shaken, that's Calvin Parker, was so shaken he barely spoke about it for decades. Imagine being so traumatized, you just pack up your bags, move towns over and over again because he was scared that he's going to be found again and, called up and probed. But here's the thing. When they thought no one was listening, they still sounded scared, right? Police secretly recorded them. Instead of scheming about a hoax, they were panicking. Like this was very, very real. So they were very, very convincing. And some people were saying they are fake, like they are fake, but I don't think it's fake because actually there's also going to be a Netflix documentary about them coming soon on Amazon Prime, not Netflix. There's going to be an Amazon Prime documentary coming about them. So first things first, question to Ade,
Hmm.
question to Nelson, and question to you listening at home as well. If something like this happened to you, imagine if you don't believe it was real. Now imagine that it happened to you. You were out one day chilling with your guy, and then something came out of the water looking like a crab, but it's not really a crab. It's got leather skin. They take you, they levitate you into a flying object, probe you, and drop you back. If something like this happened to you, would you tell someone or would you keep quiet?
Hmm. I'll tell people that I feel need to know because sometimes if you start talking about these things, you get labeled a nut. So if I feel telling this person will maybe help me relieve the trauma or help me just ease out, or they'll actually believe me, then why, yeah, why not? And if I think it won't help, then I keep it to myself, go become a monk.
Why monk
Yeah.
exactly?
I think I might need the zen to overcome that trauma and probing.
Fair enough. And Nelson, what are you going to do?
I'm going to tell everybody. I'm going to tell I'm going to tell every as they are dropping me the first person I'm seeing. Do you know what just happened to me right now? Something just happened right
But
now.
also, but you know that people are not going to believe you because I'm sure they are
I
not the
will
first
still
people that told
I
people
will
like,
still say it. I will still say it. I will still say it.
hmm,
It's too eventful for me not to tell somebody.
hmm.
Like, so I was just walking, something came, pick me up, drop me back. I'll tell people,
Yeah,
don't pass there. Oh.
but the thing is, they tried, like I said, they tried to tell the police. They went to the police station. The police recorded them,
Hmm.
but they were too scared to even talk. Like they were still shaking.
So
So we don't know how deep they probed for them to be very, very shaken by what they have seen. I know I'm laughing, but it's not. I'm sure it's not funny to them. So you know what I mean. Like it must have been terrifying for them not to be able to talk about it for years. One of them even started
exactly.
relying on drinks before, like, so that he can at least forget his pain. Yeah,
Hey, Dr. Toves,
go on.
do you believe in bush babies?
Yes.
That's an African alien.
No. It can't be an African alien because alien means stranger, foreigner, right? Bush
Okay.
baby, we know bush baby. We believe bush baby is not foreign. If you go and mess about it around in the wrong time in the bush, either Fregede Jade and catch you or bush baby will catch you, whichever one. But alien is from the sky, right?
Hmm.
You know.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay.
So then the question now is, which one is more terrifying to Nelson? Because Nelson does not believe it. Okay, which one is more terrifying? The idea that aliens actually exist, or that people can have experiences so real that they believe something impossible happened.
Hmm.
Hmm.
So it's not so
I'll
terrifying.
go the latter.
Yes,
Oh,
it's not
sorry,
so
Nelson, it's
terrifying.
you.
Yeah, it's not so terrifying that aliens exist because I don't know. We don't know them. We don't. I don't. I'm somebody that doesn't fear what I don't know until I see before I
So you don't
start.
believe anything about the Area 51 and things like that? Because even now, even I think was it not last year or 2 years ago where the United States declassified aliens and people were talking about it in Congress. So that also gives merit that actually aliens are real. You still don't want to buy it.
No, I'm not buying it because except it's coming from China and Russia. I don't believe all these United States propagandas. What
Okay.
I said, let me say it again loudly. Except it's coming from China or Russia, I do not believe anything from the US. It's all propaganda. Thank you.
Fair enough. Okay, let's talk about the other guy now, Steven Greer. This guy claims that in 1992, a US general, straight up, offered him $2
Sorry to
billion.
cut you. Sorry to cut you.
Yes,
These aliens, they don't go to other countries. Why only USA? Continue.
that's a very good question that I have no answer for. Maybe they are not recorded. Maybe they like USA. Who knows? Mm.
Yes, continue.
I have an answer for that.
Go on then, Daddy. Please give us the answer.
So other countries, if you do your research about this thing, other countries report it as well, especially the Latin American countries. They have their own politicians admit it clearly. A lot
Yeah,
of South American
I
countries
think I've seen
will
something.
invite Westerners and they'll be talking to the Westerners. The last one I was hearing, it was like he invited this journalist come and say, "Look, this craft has been coming and sucking all our water from this lake. Can you help us investigate it?" And she was looking at it like, "What's this guy saying?" He was talking about the UFO as if it's like just a lion came or something common,
Hmm.
something. So they are there. They just not as publicized as the American
All
narrative.
right, fair enough.
Mm.
Okay.
But you noticed something in what you said, yeah? Every
Tell me,
country, or every continent you called had America at the back. So, but let's carry on. Latin America, South America, these
Chief,
are
Chief, Chief.
yeah,
In here in UK, the
yes,
same
sir.
thing. So there's Rendlesham Forest incident where again an army base were visited by a craft, and the recordings books have been made about it. In where else? Across Russia, that you said you're waiting for them. The same thing. The Japanese worship these things. China, they have it. India, Vimanas flying around in their. Okay, something like an alien buff. How can I track this back?
No, no, go on.
Um,
You are the alien buff here, so flex.
But do you read? Do you like go out of your way to read about these things? Because you
I
sound like
do, I
okay,
do.
okay.
I do. I told you I saw things I can't explain, so I had to go and try and find explanation.
Have you thought
I'm
of
curious about it.
have you thought
Anyway,
of have you thought of therapy?
I don't need therapy. I saw or I can explain. Simple as that. And other people to have seen it. And these people that have seen it, the one in Rendlesham Forest, they were military people. So it's not like they are hallucinating or something. They will have gone through rigorous tests. So there's something there. It might not be aliens, it might be they're testing advanced tech, but something is going on.
Well, so let's talk about the Steven Greer then, because this guy in
I
1992,
know.
he said this on a recent podcast. I think I read the news on March 5th. That's when I read the news. Steven Greer claims that in 1992, a US general offered him $2 billion, $2 billion to stop talking about aliens, and he said no. They said they even offered his wife some of those money as well, and obviously they said no. Now let's pause that for a second, right, and think about it. $2 billion, not mil, not 100 billion dollars. Nelson, I know your answer, but if that was you, what would you do? Are you going to accept it and shut up, or if you are convicted, are you just going to continue talking?
So you see, I'm of the opinion that people that believe these things are always dogged. Like people that believe in all these type of things are always adamant and dogged, and their beliefs spur their actions.
Hmm.
So, for instance, now see Ade, he obviously believes in this and he goes out of his way to read about these things. So, if you allow somebody like Ade to keep digging, digging, he will lose himself and he will just be a semi-alien too. But
Hey.
me, what I'm saying is, because I studied economics and I'm always looking for ways to make ends meet, and I naturally don't even believe in this aliens thing, and I've been able to catch traction by saying and saying and saying. Now they've offered me 2 billion. I honestly will collect the 2 billion because I believe that whoever is offering me 2 billion is willing to go to any extent to cover whatever it is I know.
Hmm.
So maybe I write it up somewhere and detail it for the next generation to find a way to pick it up. But I'm collecting that 2 billion. You get me?
All right. Now let me just ask
Do
one
you
question. Now,
have,
yeah, go on.
or can I get 2K dolls right now for what I just said?
I don't know. You have to speak to the army general, but that was
All
1992, so maybe
right.
you have to time travel back to
So do
1992.
you even know what that means? Offering you 2 billion in 1992 when they could have just killed you. Let's continue.
Hmm. Right, angle. And then question. Let me ask you, why don't you believe in aliens? Though? Why don't you believe that aliens exist? Is it like religious reason, biblical reasons, or just because like it's a
No,
propaganda?
no, no. It's just a personal thing. Like, I know you might have other questions to tackle my belief, but
No, I have no questions.
I like to
Asking
believe.
what to know.
I like to believe what I see. So, for instance, I'm of the opinion that I'm an open book. If Dr. Toves now comes to tell me that the shirt I'm wearing is red, sorry, it's pink and not red, and I'm somebody that doesn't know colors before now, chances are I'm going to believe you because of our relationship, myself
Mm.
and Dr. Tools. Do you understand? So I believe things like that, like, but when you're now taking it far away to telling me that something is coming all the way from the seven planets, first of all, I don't even, man,
So if there was a
all of
Nigerian saying it, would you be tempted to
us.
believe it more?
I don't believe in bush babies. I don't believe there's anything like bush baby existing anywhere in the bushes carrying a mat around that if you collect the mat and keep it for 7 days, you are going to be a millionaire. There's never going to be any bush baby existing in this
What
Nigeria.
about bush baby crying
Bush baby crying.
in the
Forget
bush?
that thing, Joe. Forget that thing.
What
I
about Madame
forget
Coinkers,
that.
Frogade Jade? You don't.
Forget all those stories, man. Forget all those stories. Forget the Jari, Madam Koi Koi that you been. Why? Don't piss me off on this podcast. All those stories come from a particular, it comes from a particular set of people. If you notice, when I was in secondary school, most times we used to hear it from students in federal schools and all those things. It's stories that maybe their seniors created for them to scare them, and it was passed on from generation to generation. And because it's a sweet story, and people are enticed about the metaphysics of the whole thing, that there's a woman somewhere doing coin, coin, coin. You just seeing the shoes moving, you are not seeing the woman. Please.
They never press you before. Anyways, let's take that into.
Because there's something, there's something we call sleep paralysis. You don't need to make it a spiritual thing that Madam Koko is pressing you. It is actually science. Sleep paralysis. Thank you.
Okay. Are there any rebuttal for this gentleman? Because you're the alien
Uh,
expert in this panel of ours.
it's just interesting that initially he was saying that we that believe in it we are getting worked up.
Hmm.
Now just see how worked up Pro Max this gentleman just got. Hmm. So what am I meant to be rebutting here? Exactly.
Nothing. Just
There's
okay
no,
what I said.
no, I can't okay it because,
Ah,
well, firstly, I have my belief that some things happen that we can't explain,
Mhm.
and these things have been noted. See the one, you saw those videos that US released,
Yeah.
those A-tip videos,
Hmm.
the Tic Tac, the Gimbal, the Go Fast. These are not idiots. These are not people in the village. These are not federal government school people saying this. This is US Navy, US Air Force saying this. So why you could see the shock and disbelief in those pilots when they were filming the thing, that what is this, is flying, is going, is maneuvering, is entering the water, is coming out. UFO. Now,
so
could it be that the US government didn't tell the pilots that, okay, we are going to be testing this top secret vehicle? It could be, but why would they jeopardize their pilot safety like that? Don't know.
did
You
any
know,
pilot die in the video?
they didn't die, but it could have hurt them. They always scramble them to go after these things, and they could be
Yeah.
hurt in the process.
Yeah. So if you are testing a new technology, you have to have in mind that somebody is controlling that technology that is being tested. Yeah. Do you agree with me?
Yeah, what
All
accidents
right.
can
So
still
there's
happen.
no if you are testing something, I want to believe that there's no jeopardizing
Right.
anybody's life.
Can I give
You
another?
get
Can I give a different angle again? Another of my conspiracy. Let me tap into my conspiracy side. How about the
Excellent.
generals that is sending these guys to just go and fly in that area? Knew what is up in that place. Just wanted to, without telling those soldiers what is going on, just say you guys just go and patrol this area. Let's see. To
Mhm.
hoping that they're actually going to capture what is there. Do you think about that?
Capture what is there for what purpose? Is
Just
it
so that they can actually confirm. Maybe someone has reported to the general one. So one flight officer has said, "We saw this thing
I
there."
saw something?
Okay, and they're like,
Hmm.
"Okay, let's send these guys. Let's go and see if there's something there." And then they keep
Hmm.
sending to just go and see, like how often, trying to record data and things like that. Because we know the Pentagon is the headquarters of all these things, all this AI, all these phones, everything come from the Pentagon. It's not just generals there; they're like scientists, like world-renowned scientists there. So they're always collecting data on everything. So, and if you're collecting data, sometimes you don't want to tell your subjects what they're doing, otherwise they'll be scared. If some,
Hmm.
if you're saying to pilots, you're going to go and face alien today, like they might be like, oh, what am I going to do? I need more guns. I need more. But just say go and
Hmm.
patrol and
Go.
leave your camera on. Let's see what you're seeing. Like
Do you
you
see?
just be there, gentle, just there, and then you actually encounter things like that. But anyways,
Encounter things like what?
things that is unidentified flying object.
Unidentified flying objects, UFO.
Yeah.
Is
Okay.
it is it disingenuous for me to pray and fast that Mr. Nelson gets abducted?
No, it's not. It's not. I actually, if they are aliens, I'm sure they watch our podcast and follow everything. So I actually
Yes.
would like,
Please don't
if
watch
you
this
can hear
podcast.
me,
Unsubscribe. Unsubscribe.
aliens, if you can hear me, show yourself to me.
Hmm. Okay.
The only ones that will show yourself to you are the aliens on Earth, not the not the
You
one
get,
from extra sources.
so first of all, yeah, I want to
But
believe
okay,
that
okay, let me
the,
ask you one more question then. Did you
yeah, one
see
more question.
yes, one more question. Did you see the video that the Chinese space people when they went to the moon last year, right? Um the video they released before they took it down.
Did he show pyramids on the
No,
moon
not
or
pyramids
something
on the
like
moon. Right. So in the video they released before NASA called them to cut it down and they were like, oh actually that's a fake video. Um
that? Where something was streaking past.
no, so they showed the moon in colored. First of all, there was like oceans, there was like deserts, there was like it looked nice. But because they went to the far side of the moon, and in the far side of the moon, there were like it's like there was a war. Like there was like wreckage of like different some kind of advanced kind of metals, I don't like earthly metals. Like so
Hmm.
something definitely fought over there. Like it's proper
Hmm.
like wreckage.
Hmm.
So I know it's not human beings that went there to go and fight war because they've not gone since like 19 since Apollo until recently till the Chinese people went. Some things are there. They don't want to tell us, but it is there. Is what I'm trying to say. You know.
Hmm.
Anyways, seeing is believing. That's what Nelson is saying. So it is what it is. I'm going to ask Nelson a question. Then let's go to some. Would you rather? Right. So Nelson, I'll start with you. Would you rather see a UFO up close but not have proof, or have undeniable evidence but never get to see one yourself?
What do you mean not have proof?
Because that's
Okay,
what you.
like I did, I saw flying objects.
Mm.
Okay, no, I don't want to be that.
So you want
The second
evidence
one, please.
but not get to see
Yes.
one yourself.
Well, maybe because all of these that you guys are see, I'm indifferent about the whole alien. You guys are saying you somebody else will listen and take it as evidence. Like, okay, the US said this, the US said that, China said this, China
But you
said
said you
that.
believe it's coming from China. I gave you China now. You don't want to believe. Which one is your own problem?
So about the moon and something happening on the moon. Yeah, I probably believe it, but the same China that I believe has come and said it's fake. So I believe the second story that it is fake. Thank you.
Okay, cool. Which one would you rather?
Cool. Um, it's an experience. It's an experience. So I mean, sometimes other people don't need to know what's happened as long as you yourself know what you saw. So I'd rather have that experience as long as it doesn't involve probing or pain. Um, I'd rather witness that
Hmm.
and not have any evidence to show anyone, but at least I know I saw what I saw. Yeah,
Fair enough. Yeah.
yeah.
I think I'll go with the second one because that's how I feel right now. I have undeniable evidence but never get to see one myself. I don't want to see any aliens. I don't want to talk
You're
to
not going
them.
to
I
see
don't want to be
because aliens
probed.
don't exist.
etc.
I
Okay.
said it. Allegedly, unallegedly, aliens don't exist.
Okay. No problem. Then next one is also for you. Then, would you rather be abducted by friendly aliens who want to show you the universe, but you can never return, or be left behind knowing for certain that aliens exist, but never been able to prove it?
Hmm. Chances are if you follow the aliens, you will not die, oh, right?
Yeah, because time is relative over there. Yes.
I'll go with them.
Can you eat what they are eating?
There are things that they inject, they'll inject in you for humans to survive in their space.
You will never come back to see your family again.
If you die, will you come back? Let us be realistic.
You just leave everything behind. For someone that is a skeptic, I like how quick he is to want to leave everything behind.
I want to see I want to see the world, I want to see the universe. That's all. And it's because I'm a skeptic and I don't believe all these things that the US says that okay, we have 9 planets, they will come 10 years after. You say, okay, they've added 3 more planets, this one, that one, that one. They just be telling us anything they want to tell us. I beg, I beg, I beg.
And then which one would you rather be able to do?
I
Oh,
beg.
I won't lie. I like a good excursion. I like a good excursion, but
But you can never return.
uh, yeah, I'd like to return. I don't know where they are taking me to. I don't know if I like it. I don't know if too many unknowns. I like the adventure, but the fun of any adventure is knowing it's an adventure. It will end. You have to come back.
Hmm.
Usually, that's fun. So I'd rather see them, play with them, or let they can be going. They should leave me where they found me. Except
Me,
if where they
I
are
don't
going
want
is
to play with them. I don't
except.
want. I
So
beg.
why not interact? We interact. Let's play
It's
Ayo.
not,
Let's do something.
I tell you, if we didn't see Bush baby in our 30 years, or Madam Koi Koi, aliens don't exist. You know that we Africans were the mothers of the earth. We're connected to nature 100%. There is no way an alien will want to appear to the world and to first go to the whites to come to us blacks. So
I
you need
I
to
have
you need to
something.
understand your position on earth for you
Hmm.
to don't let all these white people and scientists bamboozle you, telling you about the general offering 2 billion. It's all stories and fallacy. If the aliens exist, they will come to Africa first.
This
Write
man
it
is
down.
making me want to. This man is making me want to ginger my ginger. I thought I would be the calm one here. Now,
Write it down.
okay. That's enough. Look, in ancient Egypt, they had different pharaohs. When there's a pharaoh called Akhenaten, when Akhenaten came, he said they should destroy everything because this Aten, it looks like a sun disk, was now telling him what to do. Now, if you see Akhenaten, his head is long, like alien. He's, it looks weird as a creature. They've never found his tomb. It was just weird. It was like a hybrid something. So that's ancient Egypt. If you go to I think it's Mali, the Dogon tribe. Now, the Dogon tribe in the 70s, they want some of this French, Mali French,
Yeah.
there's that link. They came to Mali, they were speaking to these Dogon people. The Dogon said, their gods came from the stars, from Sirius B. Now, the scientific community only knew of Sirius A. They didn't know Sirius B existed. They had no clue. So when the Dogon said, no, that's where we come from, the scientists now had to go back to say, what are these people saying? How can they know it? And they knew and they verified that Sirius B is a place that exists in the star constellation. Now, how could these Dogon people know that that thing existed?
Question.
If something didn't happen in their ancient past to let them know this is what it is. So the African side, of course, as with anything, is not always publicized. But I'm giving you two examples. Ancient Egypt, the Dogon people in Mali. How can we explain? How could they know what modern science didn't know?
Okay. I see that you have done a lot of research on
I
Let me
have.
aliens.
now bust your head again. One more busting of head. Thank you, TikTok. Right. Do you know that? Did you know that all those, like the pyramid, right? The pyramid of Egypt,
Yeah?
right? It actually points to the constellation, the entire constellation.
Orion. It
Yes.
points to Orion's
And
belt.
exactly, those temple in those Indonesia or whatever, that's Eden, those Forbidden
Machu
Kingdom,
Picchu, all
yeah,
of them. The
points to
same thing.
exactly the same thing. So how is that a coincidence? Is the question.
With so much precision
Yes.
from how many thousand years ago, different cultures, Machu Picchu, Gobekli Tepe, Stonehenge,
Exactly. And
Dogon
Stonehenge as
people.
well. All point to exactly the same things.
Ah,
Stonehenge that was moved from Mali to England. So not from Ireland, sorry, to England.
uh-huh.
Who moved it out? Like it's crazy.
Even those pyramids, how do they move those blocks?
Of which pyramid is still down. There's still like thousands of feet.
It still has foundation.
Yes. You know. It's okay if you don't want to believe it, but it is what it is, my guy.
No, honestly, but the pyramid story actually gets to me because it was even a source of power, like electricity, light in the ancient times. So there's a lot of science to the pyramid that I cannot explain. So this is the only thing that I've said now that will draw my attention and make me feel like, okay, maybe there's something out there that
Okay.
is making all these things.
W-
Because
w-
I've seen the pyramids and I've seen the bricks that they use. These things are way bigger than human beings, and I don't think they had the technology then to set up those things and make it accurate the way they were.
Hmm.
So it doesn't mean I'm convinced. Aliens don't exist. My fans out there, we don't believe in aliens. Forget what this man is saying. Dogon, Mali, Egypt pyramids, the ones
Please
in
come
the
and help me
US,
carry this man from
Stonehenge.
here.
No, for me, it's
See,
just funny. Initially, it was like, oh, China and Russia. Then we say China and Russia. It's like, I don't believe it. And so, is it Africa? We say yes. We give you evidence from Africa. Now we say no, I don't believe it. So,
They should just come and carry him for excursion. Don't
exactly.
bring him
That
back.
would be my next. Would you rather, right? Would you rather spend a year as an undercover government agent in Area 51 or spend a year living on Mars with aliens?
What am I doing in Area 51 when I can go to the real things? Like saying, do I want to be to be playing video game, Call of Duty, or be in the front line? Wait, that's not a good example. But you get what I mean. It's like, do you want to draw Disneyland or do you want to go to Disneyland? Take me to Mars. Let's go and hang out.
Hmm.
Take me there. Let's
I don't want
go.
to hang out with the aliens because I don't think I have enough resources to be able to breathe on Mars based
They
on
will
what
sort
I
you
know.
out.
they'll
Um,
sort you out now.
I know when they sort me. I like the way I did. I would, I'd rather spend a year as an undercover government agent in Area 51, and just see what they know. I think Area 51 things were also declassified last year or 2 years ago. If you're looking for that information, you can find that as well. But Nelson, interested to see what you got to say.
He thought he said he likes excursion last time.
Ade, you pay attention. I love you. So we are going to Mars. We need to know.
So you can find
We are
Dogon.
going yeah, we are going there. We need to reach that man, you know.
Right.
And this one not the Bruno Mars, oh, the real Mars.
Or Mars chocolate, man.
Yes, so if we're not talking chocolate here, we're talking the
Fair enough. And then the final one for the episode is: would you rather take 2 billion to stay quiet about something world changing, or expose the truth about life, but
two
leave
billion
haunted?
words.
$2 billion to stay
Yeah,
quiet about something world changing, or expose the truth, but leave broke and haunted.
Hmm. Broke and haunted. If it's at least one of those things.
That's why it's the dilemma part.
You know what?
it is not a dilemma. All you say is a dilemma. Which one is dilemma? Bring $2 billion. Which one is dilemma? This guy
Jesus
trying
Christ, Sir
to
Nelson.
see these
Sir
things, yeah.
Nelson has
See these things.
changed.
Let me explain something to you. I saw something.
Mhm.
I told people. Then somebody came and said, stop telling them, take 2 billion. It's like you guys are not painting the scenario well. Say take 2 billion, don't tell them again. I've told people the person giving me the 2 billion also helped me tell people that's why he's offering me the 2 billion. Now stop telling people, just keep it on the low. I've already told, I've done what I need to do. Bring the 2 billion transaction successful.
Chief, was that in your premise?
No.
It's like you discovered the thing,
Mm,
so it's now you now have to make the choice.
yes.
Tell people and become broke and haunted.
Mm,
Keep quiet and have 2 billion in their account.
yes. But it's life changing though. Life
So
changing in nature.
what you are saying is I should collect 2 billion and mind my business. Okay, it's even better.
And the world goes on as it is, or change the world
Hmm.
and become, well, I'm going to follow in the footsteps of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ on this one. He changed the world and died for it. So if the world is a better place and I get haunted to death in my poverty, then I will enjoy
I
the afterlife.
I think you are disappointing me.
How am I disappointing you? I came to this world with nothing.
Jesus has saved us. Why are you trying to change the world? Collect 2 billion. Ade,
2 billion I will spend, my descendants will spend even
Ade,
that 2 billion. Oh no,
Ade,
okay,
Ade,
wait. Collect the 2 billion, you collect it as you are turning back, they pop you in the head.
okay. Don't collect the 2 billion. Then they see that this one is the stubborn boy. They pop you in the end.
But the message will still go out. I'm
That
sorry, the message
somebody
will go out.
died. That's the
The
message that will go out to. The man was shot on the streets of Los Angeles.
funny
The
enough,
two
this
billion
thing
will not be in the sentence.
oh, as long as that message of world change has gone out, then it's fine. I didn't die in vain. Yeah.
Hey God, these are the
Yeah. So which
okay.
one are you going to take now?
My guy,
I won't take
so
two
this is the
billion.
truth here. Dr. Toes, don't take anyone. You know that you trust me. If I collect 2 billion, you are sorted. Don't pick. I will take the 2 billion. I will sort you.
Chief,
It's because I know you gone, 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 gone. I'm not going to fall for that.
Jesus Christ.
If you have 2 billion, I'm not going to say you're gonna have to book appointments. Um, so it's
No, no,
it,
no,
it,
no, no, no,
it's
no,
about
no, no. You're part
are
of
you going to be
it.
selfish or are you going to be selfless? That's the question. Are you going to be selfish? Are you
Exactly.
going to be selfless?
2 billion. You can't even
Which
spend
one
it
is
to come and
selfless?
go.
All you
for
guys
those
making it a
for those
selfless thing.
that have been listening to this podcast for over 55 episodes, you know that I think that selfishness is not a problem. And so I will go for the $2 billion. Thank you.
This
very,
this
very,
podcast has changed
very, very
since the
much.
Ah,
last time I
I
was here.
was so happy. I thought you were going to follow Ade. I want to change the world. That is not. The world hasn't changed.
Mm.
They've been trying to change the world. Growing up, did you watch Pinky and the Brain?
I watched Pinky and the Brain.
Mhm.
If Pinky didn't
Yeah.
change, if Brain didn't change the world, is it you, Ade, that wants to change it?
We all respect, Brain was a rat. I'm a human. Just wanted to put that out there for those not familiar with Pinky and the Brain.
That's
So
a good one. I clap for, I clap for that comment. Right. On that
let Nelson.
lovely, jubbly note, we're going to round up the podcast and say, are aliens real? Are powerful people paying to keep quiet, to keep it quiet, or is it just humanity doing what it does best? Tell stories to make sense of things that we don't understand. I'll leave that up to you, but I'm going to say thank you to Ade and thank you to Nelson for making this episode fun and thought provoking at the same time. Thank you guys. I really appreciate it. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks for so much for having us.
Yes,
Thank you very
yes.
much.
No problem. Until next time, please keep your eyes on the sky, like Ade is doing,
Mhm.
and also keep your
Yeah.
mind open, as Nelson is trying not to do. This has been Scatteryan Podcast. We are signing off. Use your brain, people. SCFR. Peace.